Hello and welcome to this ACTV broadcast. I'm Drake Hagel. We're here for the women's NCAA matchup, semifinal of the Slaats Cup between Marian University Sabres and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Last night the Bulldogs were able to win 4-0. This is a Game 2 matchup. Bulldogs win, they move on to the championship. If Marian were to win this game, we go to a 20-minute mini game right after this, and the winner of that would go on. We're here for puck drop, and it's underway. Bulldogs able to win it back. Sent back up to Schroeder. Schroeder chips it up to Shurub. Shurub in after Beer. Beer's going to rim it around, but it's held in by Zink. Zink tries to knock it back into the zone and is able to keep it in. Shurub now with it, takes it wide, takes it to the half wall and takes a spill. It's a delayed penalty, and as it's touched up, it's going to be a penalty here against Sarah Beer. We're only 21 seconds in, and Beer's getting called for roughing. The Bulldogs are going to go on a 2-minute power play here. They're going to stick with the line of Schroeder, O'Sullivan, and it looks like Lewicki with Lupai and Shurub up top. Putt sent over to Shurub. Shurub sends it to Lupai. Lupai sends it to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan with the shot, goes off a body and just wide blocker side. Shurub's able to collect it up at the point. She makes a move, loops in over to O'Sullivan. Shot. Looking short side, goes wide. It's going to go all the way out of the zone. Lupai is going to be the first one to it as she loops back for a regroup. Picking up speed to the neutral zone. Takes a slash, but keeps going. Drops it off for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan sends it far side to Shurub. Shurub looking for options. Sends it to Lupai. Lupai shot. Hits a body in front and gets cleared out to the half wall. Sent back up to Lupai. Lupai over to Shurub. Shurub shot time and space. Walks in looking for an option. Takes a shot. Gets deflected, but it goes wide. Shurub first to it in the corner. She leaves it behind. Looking for Lewicki, but it's cleared out of the zone. Lupai is going to be the first one to it. 1:10 remaining on this power play. O'Sullivan loses the puck for a second, but is able to get it back and takes it behind her own net. She's going to start the breakout after the Bulldogs go for a change. Sent over to Krasovsky. Krasovsky into the zone. She's got Till in the slot. Doesn't make the pass. Sends up to Safargalu. Safargalu sends it far side to Smith. Smith winds, fires, goes off a body and goes wide. Now Till with it. Till sends it up to the point. Sent over to Zink. Zink walks in, shoots, gets deflected, takes a bounce. Blocked down by Stranis and covered up. Face-off's going to come to her, block her hand side. Still 35 seconds remaining on this Bulldog power play as they've been able to put 3 shots on goal so far early in this period. We've got 18-13 remaining, and the puck's won back. Safargalu with it, sends it over to Smith. Smith now with it, sends it back to Safargalu. Now up to Zink. Zink to Smith. Smith shot all on the half wall, is just going to dump it down to Krasovsky. Krasovsky makes a move and escapes her attacker. Sent up to Smith and over to Zink. Zink back to Smith. Smith winds, fires, keeps it low, but it goes wide. Zink's able to keep it in, and she chips it back down deep. Krasovsky with it in the corners, looking to give it out to the slot, but angle is taken away. Safargalu with it at the point, sends it over to Smith. 1 second, and now we're even. Beer steps out of the box. We're even strength. Zink is the first one back to the puck as she's going to wheel around in her own zone and start the attack. Here she comes to the neutral zone with speed. She makes a move. She makes 2 attackers miss. Steps, takes a shot, and gets deflected up and out of play. Face-off's going to come down to the glove hand side of Stranis as that puck was deflected by the defender on a shot attempt up and out of play. Lupai steps in to take the draw for the Bulldogs here. Puck's dropped. Lupai is able to tie it up and send it to the boards. Sarnausen now with it at the point. Sends it down for Fox. Now Sarnausen winds, fires, blocked it away by Stranis. Lupai first to it along the half wall. Sent up to the point. Shot. Sticked away by Stranis. Sent over to Sarnausen. Sarnausen with another shot. Gets blocked by a defender in front. Fox turns, fires, goes high up over the net. Marian trying to clear the zone and unable to. Now Dalrymple has it. Dalrymple tries sending it into the slot, but it goes off a skate. Now Fox has it. Fox sends it behind the net for Lupai. Lupai misses it, but is able to be the first one to it. She's tied up and the puck's cleared out into the neutral zone. Shepard now over to Sarnausen. Sarnausen gains the red and dumps it down deep. Stranis stops it behind the net and leaves it off for Beer, but Lupai beats her to it. Lupi with it in the corner, tries sending it up to the point, but it's broken up. Now she gets it up to Smith. Smith steps in, winds, fires, shot, takes a deflection, and goes wide. Shurub now with it. Shurub loses it for a second. Is now battling for it with Beer. Puck's battled for in the corner. Till and Shurub after the puck. Till rubs off her defender and takes the puck away. Sends it into the slot. Shurub just unable to get her stick on it. Till gets it back behind the net. Till wheels around into the corner and reverses back. Tries going with a bounce pass off the boards behind the net, but it's broken up. Shurub's able to win the battle on the half wall as now it's held in. Safardlu with it. Trying to make something happen. Just trying to chip it in deep. Till gets it in the corner. Chips it behind the net. Battle for it ensues behind the net. Till's in there with Schrota trying to battle that puck out. Puck gets poked out to the corner. Marian tries to set up a breakout. Reverses it back behind the net. Schrota in with pressure. Puck sent to the corner. Returns Marian, steps out of the corner, sends it up. Gets deflected into the neutral zone. It's not going to go far enough for an icing. Puck gets rimmed along the wall. Diaz battling for it. Is able to dig it out of the corner. Farquhar is able to send it deep into the zone. Niemi back with it. Tries to go with a reverse. Broken up by Diaz. Diaz turns it over. Marian trying to break it out once again. Diaz chasing after that loose puck. Winds, fires from Farquhar, but it goes off a shin guard and wide. Puck sent out to the neutral zone. Shepard now with it. Sends it D to Zink. Zink looking for an option. Sends it up towards the Farquhar. Diaz able to get to it and chips it in deep. Shurub's in after it. Now Shurub has it. Shurub tries to make a move, but gets it taken off her stick. Shurub's able to battle it back. Sends it up to Fox. Fox with the nifty move. Tries to throw it on net, but it goes wide. Fox now with it again behind the net. Gets taken off her skates as the puck's loose behind the net. Fox doing a good job from her knees of knocking that puck off a defender's stick, and the defender takes a spill. Fox sends it up to the point to Shepard. Shepard was looking to go to Zink, but whiffed on the pass. Puck's loose in the corner. Looks like that's Ziemba battling for that puck. But it's turned over, and here comes Marian. Here comes Everson. Everson gains the red, but gets it turned over by Zink. Here comes Ziemba. Ziemba gains the zone, takes it wide, pulls up at the hash marks, throws it into the slot for a tip, and it gets deflected on net and sticked away. Lewicki now with the puck, sends it to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan trying to make a move. Now Lewicki trying to battle it out behind the net. Lewicki comes away with possession, sends it up to Smith. Smith winds, fires, looking short side, but gloved down by Stranis. Bulldogs making it tough on Marian to get out of their own zone so far. Marian keeps trying to break that puck out, but it's held in at the point, or anytime they do clear it, it's turned over in the neutral zone and sent right back in. This women's Bulldogs team loves to bring the pressure, a lot of speed, a lot of talented players. They love to keep the pressure up and score early. Once they score early, they just like to tack on and just deflate their opponent. And here comes Marian trying to break out of their own end. It's dumped out into the neutral zone, where O'Sullivan sends it D to Smith. Smith sends it up to Lupi. Lupi gains the zone. Lupi's got speed. She takes it wide, cuts towards the net, cuts across, but loses the puck. Lupi now with it in the corner, sends it up to Smith. Smith, D, shot on net, gets knocked down. Lewicki has it. She sends it down for Dalrymple. Dalrymple not able to beat her man to it, as it's sent up to the blue line where Smith is able to hold it in. Now it's cleared out to Pitchard. Pitchard sends it up, but Shurub's the first one to it. Shurub sends it back to O'Sullivan, and Sullivan sends it over to Smith. Smith now with it, sends it down to Shurub. Shurub, nifty little chip to herself, has it now, gains the zone, goes for the toe drag, but loses the puck. Puck's taken into the corner by Lennon. Lennon trying to reverse, but it gets it taken away by Schrota. Schrota battling for it in the corner now. Shurub comes to help. Buck paddled out into the slot. Almost landed on Maddie Mitter's stick, but unable to catch it cleanly. Sent D to D. Savardlu with the launch shot. Easily tracked by Stranis as she takes it into the midsection and covers it up. 12-13 remaining here in the first. The Bulldogs lead the shot count 7-0. Face-off is going to come down the Stranis' blocker side as Diaz steps in to take the draw for the Bulldogs. See a couple players encroach, so the ref waits to drop the puck, and now it's dropped. Puck's in the corner with Farquhar. Farquhar's going to send it around behind the net. Looks like Dean sends it up to Everson. Everson tries sending it into the slot, but broken up by Sarnhausen. Dean sends it D to D. Till in with pressure. Farquhar's able to try to break up that play. Forces them to dump it to Safargalu. Safargalu sends it D to D to Sarnhausen, but loses it. Then Safargalu trying to take it in front of her own net, loses it. Ends up on net. Gibson able to keep the pad flush and make the save. Keeps that puck out of the net. That was almost a costly mishandle of the puck, as Gibson was expecting her to get it cleanly, and she didn't, and it continued to trickle on towards the net. Bulldogs forced to ice it. They gave Marian credit for a shot on goal there. Not sure why. It was a shot by Bulldog defenseman, if you even call it a shot, but it's one back now. Sarnhausen with it. Sarnhausen sends it up. Farquhar unable to handle it as the puck's turned over. Puck sent into the slot. Now it's a shot, but it goes high up over the net as the defender got her stick in there. Safargalu battling for that puck in the corner. Takes it behind the net. Sends it up the boards. Farquhar's going to chip it up out of the zone. Till's trading some pressure and then goes for a change. Diaz does as well. Looks like Ciro with the puck. Sends it over to Beer. Beer sends it up to Schneider. Schneider turns it over. As now Zink has it and sends it D to D. Shepard sends it up to Dalrymple. Dalrymple looking for Lupai, unable to connect. Here comes Bolin. Bolin trying to break it out for Marian and loses the puck. Shepard chips it up, looking for Lupai. Lupai doesn't catch it cleanly as it was a little behind her. Miller's just going to dump it in deep. Zink goes back and gets it, rims around the boards. Dalrymple trying to make the chip, unable to. Hit from behind there. Ref says play on. As Zink was put down. Here comes Shepard now with it behind the net. Sends it up to Luichi. Luichi sends it up to Lupai. Lupai chips it through to herself. Battles off the defender. Gets taken down. We've got a delayed penalty coming up. Luichi now with it. Sends it into the slot. It's still loose. Lupai has it. Trying to send it back to her defenseman, but it goes all the way through to Schroeder, who just came off the bench for Gibson as she went to the bench for this delayed penalty. Schroeder gains the zone, takes it along the half wall. Still trying to battle it free. Puck's loose along the half wall and finally touched up by Marian. So we're going to see a penalty here for a hook, as the offender, Haley Miller, had hooked down Brooke Lupai as she was flying by her along the boards. Bulldogs go on their second power play of the night. 9:57 remaining here in the first. Shots are 7-1 in favor of the Bulldogs, according to the board here. Schroeder is able to win the draw over to Luichi. Luichi sends it over, and it gets to Shurup. Shurup walks into the zone, looking for a shot, ditches it off to Schroeder. Schroeder comes out, fires, looking far side, but it goes wide. Sullivan with it now, trying to make something happen, sends it down into the corner for Schroeder. Schroeder comes up along the boards, loops over around the tops of the circles, looking for Shurup far side, but unable to connect. Sherbill on the half wall chips it down into the corner. Puck's going to be tied up in the corner here as Sherub's able to dig it out. There's a stick that went flying, is loose. We're seeing a penalty called here for interference. Looks like it's being called on Schroeder. She knocked the stick out of the defender's hands in that battle for the puck. Schroeder not happy about it. Not sure about the call either. But Bulldogs now take a 2-minute penalty. We're going to see 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 26, and then the Bulldogs will kill the rest. 9:23 remaining here in the first. Shots 8-1 as they were able to get one shot on goal on that brief power play opportunity before the penalty was called. Safargalu with it behind the net. Sends it up to Luichi. Luichi's got it in the neutral zone. Tries to chip it by her defender and doesn't. Beer's able to stop it. Beer takes it back into her own zone and sends it D to D over to Ciro. Ciro drops it off for Peterson. Peterson takes it around, trying to look for an option, sends it up. As it looks like Everson was the first one to it. Everson takes a shot, gets deflected off Safargalu's stick right in the Gibson's midsection as she holds on to it for the whistle. 59 seconds remaining in the penalty to Marian. And a minute 34 remaining in the penalty of the Schroeder. Face-off comes to Gibson's blocker side. Bulldogs able to win it back to the corner. Sydney Smith sends it around the boards to Zink. Zink makes the pass up to Trasovsky. Trasovsky's just going to dump it down into the zone and go after it. Fox now with it in the corner. Fox makes an escape move, tries to get it out into the slot, but Stranis was able to track it and cover it up before it connected with Trasovsky. The face-off is going to come now to Stranis' glove hand side as Bulldogs keep Trasovsky with Fox out there on offense and Smith and Zink out on defense. 4-on-4 hockey continues with the drop of the puck. Puck's won back. Zink gets it to it first, but Everson forces her chip to not be as strong. Here comes Everson, loses the puck in the slot as it's taken away by Trasovsky. Trasovsky now with Fox. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Defender's back. Shot on net, gets blocked away. Rebounds out front. Puck cleared up to the point, but it's going to be held in by Zink, who steps into the zone and dumps it down behind the net. Fox ties up her defender as Beers the next one to it, sends it over to Everson. Everson comes out of the zone. Gains the red, is going to dump it in deep and go for a change. Peterson's in after it with Zink. Trasovsky walks away with the puck, sends it cross ice looking for Fox. Fox now with it. Fox with the shot, shouldered away by Stranis. Good job to keep the shoulders up there as Fox was looking to go high corner. Puck walked into the slot, shot, and easily gloved down by Gibson as she saw it the whole way. Face-off's going to come down to her glove hand side. Marian back to full strength, so they're on the power play here for the next 21 seconds before Schroeder's out of the box for her interference. Face-off down to the glove hand side. It's one to the boards. Sent up to the point. Walked, sent back down. Shot from an odd angle. Rebound comes out. Miller just unable to get it cleanly and put it on net. Lupai now with it. Short-handed. Tries to make a move. Cuts across the net. Throws the backhander. Not able to get it on net as it came across the crease to where Stranis was laying, and Stranis was able to cover it up and get the face-off. 3 seconds remaining in the Bulldog kill as Lupai almost able to capitalize on a short-handed opportunity, as her favorite move is to beat that defender wide and cut hard across the crease and just outweight the goalie and put it in far side. Just unable to put it onto the frame, as now the Bulldogs are even strength. Puck sent down behind the Bulldog net and rimmed around. Here comes Mitter. Mitter sends it up looking for Schroeder. Now it gets there. Schroeder gains the zone. She's got Shrub in the slot. Throws a backhand pass. Stranis gets her stick on it. Shrub gets it. Pokes it loose. Mitter just unable to put it in the net. And now the ref's saying that it's in. Not sure who's going to get credit for that goal, but Shrub, after Mitter's missed attempt, was able to battle that puck loose right in front of the net and looked like she threw it on net. And I don't know where it went, but it popped out on the far side. They were unable to battle it in, but the ref blew it down and says that the puck went into the net. So I'm going to assume that Shrub's the one getting the goal here, as she was the last one who I saw take the shot towards the net with it. Ref gives the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead here. 7:02 remaining in the first period. Shots are 12-4 in favor of the Bulldogs. Right after that penalty kill ended, they get the goal. Schroeder is going to step in to take the draw for the Bulldogs here. There's a lot of talking between the refs and between the other coach as they're curious as to when that puck went in and how it went in. We're going to see conversation continue here as they try to get everything sorted out. The refs said it was a goal, and they talked amongst themselves and concurred that it was a goal, so it's going to stand no matter what the coach of Marian has to say about it. Bulldogs are going to hold a 1-0 lead, and we'll be right back after they get everything sorted out. All right, everything's sorted out now, as now the face-off's going to come to center ice after this Bulldog goal. Schroeder's unable to win it, but the defender Lennon takes a spill. Sherub's offside as that puck comes into the zone. They get back on side, and Sherub's going to go after her stick. Puck sent over. The goal was in fact given to Sarah Sherub. And now she has it along the half wall. Now Schroeder has it. Schroeder sends it across to Sarnhausen. Sarnhausen with it. Sends it over to Smith. Smith walks up, sends it up to Schroeder. Schroeder loses possession of it for just a second. Is going to dump it down deep. Shurup's going to come in and bring the pressure. Puck sent to the wall for Allie Fox for Marian. She sends it across to Everson. Here comes Everson through the neutral zone, gains the red. Makes a little chip move and takes a spill. Ref said delayed penalty. It's going to be a trip here on a Bulldog defender. Not sure who it's being called on. Looks like it's going to be number 20, Olivia Fox for the Bulldogs, who gets called for the trip there. Bulldogs are going back on the penalty kill here with 6:12 remaining in the first. Sending out Lupai Shirota out on offense for this penalty kill for the Bulldogs. Ref blows it down as Marian encroached a little early or got an unfair advantage. So their center gets tossed. A new one steps in. It looks like Miller steps in to take it, as now it's one back to Niemi at the point. Sent across to Lennon. Lennon sends it far side, looking for Bolin. Bolin unable to get control of it, as now the battle for it ensues behind the net. Zink is just trying to tie it up as long as she can along the boards. Miller sends it over. It's sent up to Lennon. Lennon now down to Bolin. Bolin walks along the half wall, trying to make an option happen. Sends it up to Niemi. Niemi with a shot way wide, but was looking for the tip, but even the tip goes wide. Puck sent along to the half wall. Zink just unable to win that race, and now Safargalu has it in the corner. Puck once again tied up along the boards. Bulldogs trying to eat up as much time as they can by tying up these pucks. Zink's in there to help as soon as that puck squirts loose. She sees her opportunity to get in there for a second. She backs back out. She does a good job of staying defensive side of her player to make sure that that puck doesn't turn into a scoring opportunity. Safargalu now with it, sends it hard off the boards. It's Lupai with it. Lupai, another short-handed opportunity, sends it over to the Schroeder. Schroeder with a shot, glove side high, and it goes in. Bulldogs able to get clean possession in their end on the penalty kill. Safargalu sends it up to a streaking Lupai. Lupai with a lot of speed, takes her defender wide, pulls up right when she gets under the dot, sees Schroeder coming for the help, dishes it to her in the slot, and Schroeder is going to beat Strana's glove side high. Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead here with that shorthanded goal. Still 50 seconds remaining in this kill as Marian wins the draw and takes it back into their own zone. Here comes Beer. Beer gains the blue line, takes it wide. Smith forces her even lower as she tries to take it to the net at an odd angle. Gibson does a good job of getting her stick down, forcing that puck down below the goal line, and then covering it up. Face-off is going to come to her blocker side as we see Krasovsky step in against, looks like Paige Johnson for the draw. I apologize, it was Peterson. Peterson was able to win it back. Puck sent around. There's a delayed penalty here. Shouldn't be on the Bulldogs, as now it's touched. Shouldn't be an interference call on number 2, Sydney Smith. She's being called for 2 minutes for interference. 4:39 remaining in the period. Still 28 seconds remaining in the penalty of the Fox. So Bulldogs going to be killing 5-on-3 here for just a little bit, and then having to kill 5-on-4 for the rest. Face-off comes down to the glove hand side of Gibson. Schroeder is in to take the draw and wins it back behind the net. Zink now with it, just going to try to tie it up and kill as much time of this 5-on-3 as she can. Zink is pushed off the puck and sent up to the point. Now Beer with it. Beer walks, looking for something. Takes a shot, but blocked by Safargalu. Safargalu is going to get it and send it all the way down the ice. Down to 5 seconds of the 5-on-3. Lennon is back to get it for Marian. She walks out from behind the net, and now we see Fox exit the box. Puck's taken in wide, sent up to the point. Now Lennon has it. Lennon sends it into the corner for Miller. Miller lets it go on by to Allie Fox. Allie Fox is tied up there by Zink as the puck's now in the corner for Miller. Miller sends it up to Lennon. Lennon looking to go D to D, but Olivia Fox was able to break that up and send it out of the zone. 1:05 remaining in this penalty kill for the Bulldogs. Beer takes a spill. Fox now with it. Fox tries to cut to the net and leave it short side. Just unable to beat Stranis, who did a good job of keeping her pad down. and keeping it tight to that post. Another shorthanded attempt there by Till. Till unable to beat Strana's short side low. And she does a good job once again of keeping that pad tight to the post and flush to the ice. Puck comes to the corner. It's going to be a high stitching call now on Anna Shepard. Shepard not happy with the call. She said that the Marian girl took a swing at her as well. But Shepard, when she was trying to lift that stick, did catch the Marian player up high. Bulldogs now with another 2-minute penalty. 37 seconds remaining on the one to Smith. 3:16 remaining in the period. We're going to see more 5-on-3 kill here for the Bulldogs. Face-off is going to come down to the glove hand side of Gibson. Stroker back out there to take this draw. Puck's one back to Lennon. Lennon walks the blue line, sends it D to Beer. Beer sends it back to Lennon. Lennon looks far side for Miller for the one-timer, but it's sent wide. Safarglou battling for it in the corner, tries to poke it off the stick of Ellie Fox. Puck sent up to Beer. Beer takes a shot, goes off a couple bodies. Now we see a penalty coming up. It's going to be a hook called on number 4, Jill Schneider of Marian. So 17 seconds remaining in the penalty to Smith. 1:40 remaining in the penalty to Shepard. And now a fresh 2-minute penalty to Jill Schneider of Marian. So we're going to see 4-on-3 hockey for 17 seconds and then 4-on-4 hockey until the Shepard penalty is done. And then a brief Bulldog power play. Sroka steps in to take the draw. It's one back to Safarglou. Safarglou's going to send it down into the corner behind the net. Peterson now with it for Marian. Steps out from behind her net and sends it up to Everson. 5 seconds remaining in the kill. Everson gains the zone. Forced wide by Safarglou, who pokes it off her stick. Battle for it ensues along the half wall. It is now 4-on-4 hockey. As the battle for it continues along the boards, we've got 3 Marian players and 3 Bulldogs in. The ref finally decides to blow the whistle down as that puck wasn't moving. 1:12 remaining in the penalty of the Shepard. 1:33 remaining in the penalty of the Schneider. The faceoff's coming down to the blocker side is Gibson with 2:28 remaining in the period. The Bulldogs do hold a 2-0 lead after that last shorthanded goal. Puck's won into the corner and sent behind the net. Zink now with it, skating around from behind the net, sends it hard, looking to go off the glass and out, but it goes right into the netting and is blown down for puck out of play. Bulldogs can't change. I don't know if they would have wanted to. Anyway, they just shot this line out there. But we've got Lewicki with Shurub, and then Smith and Zink out there. Shurub in to take the draw. Shurub loses the draw. It's up to the point. Shot goes wide of Gibson's glove hand side. Deans gets the puck poked off her stick by Lewicki, but sends it down to Fox. Fox looking for Deans, but it goes right by her and out into the neutral zone. Lewicki, all kinds of speed, gets in after, almost forces a turnover there. Now the puck's in the corner and sent back up to Fox. Shurub in with pressure on Fox, forces her to send it back deep into her own end. Smith now with it in the neutral zone, sent back to Zink. Zink looking to make the pass to Lewicki, unable to. Shurub in with pressure on Miller as Miller shading out with the puck for Marian. Here comes Everson through the neutral zone, gains the blue, takes it wide. Forced even wider by Zink, who takes the puck away. Zink now has it, pulls up, looks for an option, gets Shurub on the far side. Here comes Shurub, gains the blue. Makes a nifty little move at the hash marks. The puck gets taken away into the corner. Here comes Krasovsky. Bulldogs get their other player out of the box as now they're on a brief 15-second power play. Here comes Safarglou, who comes in and is called offsides as Shurub entered the zone just a tad too early. She got a little excited. Forgot that the puck has to be in the zone first. 11 seconds remaining on this Bulldog power play. 1:06 remaining in the period. Bulldogs out shooting Marian 15-5. Sabres have had a hard time getting any consistent pressure tonight as the Bulldogs win that draw back, and it's sent over D to Sarnauzen. Sarnauzen sends it back to Safarglou, who sends it up to Mitter. Mitter gains the zone, takes it wide. Looks for Safarglou at the point. Safarglou's going to send it back down into the corner for Mitter. Mitter chips it down behind the net. It's going to be the first one to it, but loses it as it was poked away. Puck's loose on the side of the net, and now it's covered up. Lindsay Stranus was able to find that puck along the ice, right next to the net, and decided her team could use a whistle and a change and covered it up. 42 seconds now remaining in the period. Both teams going for line changes here as they try to make something happen late in the first. Lupai in the take the draw, wins it over, and it's sent back up to the point. O'Sullivan takes a shot, goes off the skate high in the air. O'Sullivan trying to keep it in the zone and does, just past Till's stick as it's now cleared out of the zone. Farquhar in after Fox. Puck sent wide of the net. O'Sullivan now in the corner, takes it behind the net, tries to make a pass but whiffs. On a second attempt, gets it to rim around, where Lupai is able to clear it up out of the zone. Smith sends it up for Till. Till tries to chip it in the zone, unable to cleanly, but does get it right over the blue line as now it's sent down deep by Smith. Bulldogs had a touch up, and now they're coming in with pressure with 2 seconds remaining in the period. Push can be sent to the corner, and that brings the period to an end. Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead on goals from Shurub and Schroeder there. Schroeder's was short-handed. Shurub's was even strength. Bulldogs are out shooting the Sabres 15-5, and we'll be right back after this intermission. Welcome back to this ACTV broadcast of this Game 2 matchup between Marian University Sabres and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Bulldogs took a 2-0 lead in the first period with an even strength goal by Shurup to put them up 1-0, and then a shorthanded goal by Schroeder to put them up 2-0. They're out shooting their opponent 15-5, bringing a lot of pace, a lot of pressure, keeping that puck deep in the Marian zone, pinching at the blue lines, not letting Marian get out. And Marian's having a tough day, and it's only going to get tougher as this game continues. Bulldogs have lines that run for days, legs that run for days, and they just keep going and going and going. Marian's going to have to get some type of momentum switcher early if they want to get back into this, and here go the Bulldogs. Puck sent in. Here comes Ciro. Ciro sends it D to D behind the net, tries to go back, Mitter breaks it up. Back to Ciro. Ciro now with it, steps out from behind the net, chips it up off the glass, hits the ref, and goes through to Safardalou. Safardalou sends it up, Lewicki chips it in, and there's Lupai after it. Lupai's going to be the first one to it behind the net. She had Mitter in the slot, takes a little too long to make the pass as it's broken up. Lewicki sends it up to the point to Smith. Smith lets it come out of the zone before trying to throw that pass across D to D, and it's called offsides. 19-18 remaining here in the second period. Bulldogs are already showing that they're going to continue to get that puck deep and go after it. They're winning a lot of these races, so why wouldn't you? Schroeder in the take the draw, wins it to the boards. Sent back out to Sarnhausen. Sarnhausen sends it up to Schroeder. Schroeder takes a hit as she tips that puck into the zone. She's all right. Shurub's in after it now. Puck into the corner for Niemi. Niemi sends it back to her D partner, Lennon. Lennon back to Niemi. Niemi walks out of the corner, tries throwing it. Dangerous pass to the slot that gets broken up just for a second. Bulldogs unable to hold on to possession. As now Marian's trying to break it out once again. Puck's going to get sent all the way down the ice, but it's going to end up on net, so no icing. And Gibson's just going to cover it up and take the whistle. Marian will take the help of that puck taking a bounce and going on net, and then forcing Gibson to cover it up so that faceoff comes down in the Bulldog zone. This isn't a territory where Marian's been able to hold extended possession other than when they've been on the power play. Marian unable to win that draw as it was just tied up and then knocked to the boards by the players coming in to help. Krasovski's going to tie it up along the boards as players continue the battle for it. As it's knocked up to the point, a shot goes off a shin guard, another shot goes off Zink's hip. Zink has it now with possession, takes it behind the net, tries to chip it off the glass. Fox chips it, gets it up. It's Krasovski now through the neutral zone. She's got Dalrymple far side. Krasovski was looking to get to her on the backhand. Dalrymple takes a spill in front of the net. Krasovski's just going to send it back in low for her. Dalrymple battling for it as now it's sent to the corner to Schneider. Schneider sends it up into the neutral zone to Shepard. Shepard goes D to Zink. Zink gains the red. Looked like she was going to send it in. Decides to skate it into the zone with possession. Gets taken down as she hits the corner. Another stick goes flying through the air. There's now possession to the corner. Puck thrown out to the slot. Zink with the one-timer. Not able to get a whole lot on it as Stranis was able to make the save. Ziemba battling for it behind the net, battling for it in the corner. Ziemba takes a hard hit from behind from Peterson, and that's going to get called. Ziemba not too happy with it, gets up, has some words to share, but probably a smile on her face as she knows her Bulldogs are now going on a power play. Peterson, not a smart move there. Had Ziemba tied up down low, there was no need to make that hit. She's going to get called for a cross-check here. 17:35, and the Bulldogs are going to go on a power play. Schroeder in to take the draw. Lupai at the point. Shurub on the wing. Lewicki on the other wing. And O'Sullivan, Lupai's partner, on the point. Shurub now with it. Sends it over to Lupai. Lupai tries to send it back to Shurub. Goes off a stick and deflects high in the air, but lands on Shurub's stick. Puck sent up to the point. Lupai winds, fires. Good kick save there by Stranis. Puck up to the point to Lupai. Lupai winds, fires, another blocker save. Shurub tries to throw the backhander on net, but it gets blocked. Clearing attempt gets knocked down by Lupai and sent over to Shurub. Shurub now with possession, skates, makes a cut towards the slot, decides to pull it back out for possession. Gets it along the half wall, skates up along the point, gets her stick knocked out of her hand and takes a spill. Lupi gains the zone, takes it wide, dumps it off for Luigi. Luigi unable to catch it cleanly, leaves it for Schroeder. Schroeder down to Luigi on the half wall. Luigi comes up to the point, drops that puck off for Schroeder. Schroeder takes the shot, gets deflected, goes far side. O'Sullivan, back door, was almost able to put that rebound in, but a great kick save there by Stranis to go post to post. O'Sullivan's able to dig that puck out and send it up to the point. Lupi now with it, drops it down. O'Sullivan winds, fires, but it's blocked by Beer. Lupi with it again, trying to go over to Shurub, but it's broken up. Here comes Allie Fox. Allie Fox not able to outskate Lupi as Lupi forces her down behind the net, and the shot attempt goes wide. Bulldogs now with possession in their own zone. Safardlu sends it up for Lupi, far side. Lupi gains the zone, pulls up at the hash marks. Was looking for Krasovsky entering the slot, but unable to connect cleanly. Lupi takes the hook, takes the spill, but the ref says play on. Safardlu now with it, sends it over to Smith. Smith sends it all the way across to in front of the benches. Bulldogs almost get caught with too many on the ice, but because none of them played it, it's okay. Krasovsky now gains the zone, gets it along the half wall, takes it behind the net, steps out from behind the net, looking for an option to shoot, sends it over to Smith. Smith takes a shot, rebound comes out, and it's buried in the net. Looks like Krasovsky was able to come in, pick up that rebound, and put it in. Smith was able to walk in, had a shooting opportunity, threw a little bit of a muffin on net, but it got knocked down. Krasovsky coming in to crash the net, picks up the rebound. Catch Stranis flat on the ice and just lifts it up over her pad and puts it in. Bulldogs take a 3-0 lead here right after Marian got back to even strength. Bulldogs now hold a 3-0 lead, 15:27 remaining here in the second. Farquhar's going to chip it into the zone to herself. Gets it along the half wall, sends it, looking for Krasovsky in the slot, but unable to get it all the way through. Puck gets batted down by hand. It's going to be called a hand pass against Marian. Marian's not able to change, as that faceoff stays in the zone. It's going to be to the glove side of Stranis. Krasovsky steps in against Miller. Take the draw. It's tied up and then sent to the wall. Beer trying to make a pass, unable to connect, but now Marian gets it out. Shepard chips it along the wall. Till just unable to get her stick on it, as now it comes the other way and gets dumped down behind the net. Sarnow's in, up to Krasovsky. Krasovsky breaking it out of her zone. Gains the blue, runs into a couple bodies, and that's where that attack ends. Here comes Bolin. Bolin tries throwing it through to the slot. Good tie up there by the Bulldog defender. Now Farquhar with it. Chips it down deep and goes for a change. Bulldogs try to get after it here as Marian goes D to D behind the net. Pass up to the half wall gets broken up. Now the breakout pass goes off of Everson's skate, but Everson gets it back. Takes a long shot, kicked away by Gibson. Smith takes it behind the net, sends it up. It gets deflected and held in at the blue line. Shepard's going to get it down in the corner. Tries to wheel and make a pass, but Everson's able to poke it away. Everson now with the puck. Takes it behind the net. Wasn't sure if she was looking for a wraparound, but decides to hold on to possession. Sent down into the corner where the battle ensues. Lennon now with it, sends it up. A lofted shot gets deflected off a defender and just goes across the crease and goes wide. Shepard over to Smith. Smith looking for Soroka, is unable to connect and should go all the way down for an icing. Bulldogs out shooting Marian, 19-7 now. Now they hold a 3-0 lead at the last Krasovsky goal, and the faceoff comes down to the blocker side of Gibson. Soroka steps in to take the draw, ties her up, and wins it back to the corner. Smith, the first one to it, sends it up the boards. Fox ties up her player as it goes up to the point to Beer. Beer steps down the wall with the puck, sends it down behind the net. Looks like that was a Peterson. Hits a weird deflection out front. Gibson was able to track it, gets down on the ice, and covers the puck. Faceoff's going to come to Gibson's blocker side once again, as Miller now steps in to take the draw against, it looks like Diaz. Diaz able to win that puck to the corner of the Zink. Zink gets tied up by Doken. Doten sends it into the slot. Had Bolin right there wide open, but Bolin's shot attempt goes wide. We've got a delayed penalty here against Farquhar. She dumped her player in the slot. And Farquhar's going to get called for interference here as she buried Doten in the slot with the puck nowhere near. No real argument from her. A little bit of a head shake as I don't know how she could argue that wasn't an interference. Face-off comes down to Gibson's glove hand side as the Bulldogs start their penalty kill with 13-14 remaining in the second. Bulldogs have been able to create opportunities on their penalty kill with all the speed that they have, but we don't see that line of Lupi and Stroka out to start this one. That's the line that creates a lot of problems with good puck movement and a lot of speed. Puck sent down into the corner. Here's Peterson with it now. Peterson leaves it down. Hard pass across the crease looking for Johnson, but unable to get a stick on it as she was tied up. And the Bulldogs are able to clear it all the way down. Fox in after Beer, trying to create some pressure. Beer's just going to have to leave it back behind her own net. Here comes Allie Fox. Allie apologizes. Dean's pass attempt misses every target and goes all the way down for an icing. Minute 19 remaining in this kill as the face-off's going to come down to Stranis' glove hand side. Now we see this line of Stroka and Lupi back out there with Sarnhausen and Smith at the point. It's tied up by Stroka and one back to Smith. Smith winds and fires, and it's sticked away by Stranis. Lupi with it along the half wall with possession, loops around up at the point, sends it across to Smith. Smith steps in, winds, fires, and it's blocked. That one's out of steam as Smith does have a cannon on her. A lot of girls like to get out of the way of her slap shots as they tend to hurt. Here comes Peterson, tries to make a pass, but it's broken up by Lupi. Lupi tries to lob it back into the zone, but it's gloved down by Beer. Beer steps into the zone, takes a long shot, glove hand side, easily able to be tracked and gloved down by Gibson, who's just going to hold on to it for the whistle. Bulldogs are going to go ahead and get a change here. 11:58 remaining here in the second period. 44 seconds left in the kill. As we see Bolin, Miller, and Schneider out for the power play for Marian on the attack. It's tied up behind the net. Looks like that Shepard tying it up. Doing a good job of forcing that puck into the corner, out of the danger areas as it comes out into the slot. A lot of weird bounces going on. It landed on a couple Marian player sticks, but they weren't able to get it actually on net as it goes off shin guards, goes off a stick or some other body part and stays out of the net. Shot from the point by Niemi, easily able to be sticked away by Gibson as she saw it the whole way. Puck up to the point. Here's Lennon now with it. Lennon dumps it down into the corner. Safardlu's going to keep that pass from going into the slot and knocks it back to the corner. Bulldogs clear it out. Puck's going to go all the way down on net, so it's no icing, as Farquhar was on the ice at the time that the puck was sent down. Safardlu chips it up out of her own zone, mid-her in the battle with Niemi for the puck. Paige Johnson sends it back to Lennon. Lennon was looking for Niemi but unable to connect as now the Bulldogs have it in the corner. Niemi now with it behind her own net. Tries to make a pass, but it's broken up. Midder trying to keep it deep in the zone, but Marian's able to break it out as they look far side. Allie Fox with the shot. It gets blocked and sent into the corner. Zink now with it behind her own net, steps out, tries to make a breakout pass and connects. Here come the Bulldogs with speed. Till chips it in. Fox with the puck. Diaz with it. Hits Smith with the pass. Smith unable to put it on net. Diaz battling for it in the corner. Gets knocked down to her knees. Battle continues as it looks like Shurup gained the puck. Leaves it off for Diaz. Diaz looking for Lewicki in the slot as now she's going to go for a change. Lewicki gets it along the half wall, steps around her defender, and the puck comes up and out of the zone. Smith now with it. Smith sends far side to Lewicki. Goes off her stick, ends up on Shurup. Shurup gains the zone, takes it wide, throws it into the slot, goes off the skate and onto the net. Puck still loose out in front. Lewicki now has it. Lewicki sends it up to the point. Sarnhausen winds and ends up passing off to Lewicki. Lewicki to Safardlu. Safardlu steps, winds, fires, blocker saved by Stranus. Couple bodies getting knocked down in front. The puck now gets cleared out to Everson. Everson gets the puck poked off her stick by Sonnausen, and Safargalu's just going to knock it back into the neutral zone. Here comes Beer into the zone, takes it wide. Looking for an option, but doesn't really have much. Puck sent down behind the net. An attempted pass out into the slot, but no one was home for Marian, as Peterson was still coming out from behind the net herself. Puck sent far side, looking for an option, but unable to connect. Here comes the Bulldogs. Deans is able to break up that long stretch pass opportunity and sends a shot on net. Gibson wasn't quite ready for it, almost got caught off guard, but was able to kick it away. Sarnausen makes the pass. Schroet is just going to tip it out into the neutral zone, as they're definitely looking for a change here. Puck sent down, no ice, as Sarnausen played the player and not the puck, so the ref waves it off. Shurab now trying to poke it out of the zone and does, as now it comes back for Safargalu. Safargalu sends it far side to Fox. Fox looking for Stroka. Stroka was looking for a change, though. Here comes Everson. Everson gains the zone, drops it off. Shot is blocked away by Safargalu. The puck's battled for along the half walls. Now it's dumped down behind the net. Here comes Bolin. Bolin sends it over to Everson, who sends it up to the point. It's a shot. It's deflected, and the deflection goes up onto the top of the net. The ref saying it's knocked in by a hand. Puck was knocked off of the top of the net anyway. It should have been blown down as soon as that puck sat on top of the net. A couple Marian fans think that they got a goal because the red light went on, but the ref already blew it down that it was no goal. Face-off is going to come outside the zone, as it was knocked down by a Marian hand into the net. So face-off's going to be at the dot closest to the penalty boxes here, just outside of the Bulldog zone. As we see Krasovsky step in to take the draw for the Bulldogs. And we see Paige Johnson step in for Marian. Puck sent over. Dalrymple just unable to get her stick on it, as now it's dumped down behind the net. Gibson came out and stopped it and left it for a defender. Here comes Zink out of the zone, makes a pass up to Dalrymple. Dalrymple gains the zones, got a little speed, winds, fires right to the midsection of Stranus, as she's able to hold on to it for the whistle. That face-off's going to come now to her blocker side. Bulldogs lead in the shot category 23-13 with 7:38 remaining here in the second period. Bulldogs should have changed and send the Lupai line out there. Lupai tries to battle that puck to the boards. Unfortunately, Marian is able to get possession of it. Lupai with pressures. The puck gets sent side to side. Bolin now with it, leaves it off for her defender, Tronier. Tronier sends it along the boards to Bolin. Bolin drops it back to her defenseman, Deans. Deans now with it, sends it up to Bolin, whose puck gets dumped down on net, deflected to the corner. Shepard now with it. Breaks it out of her zone and sends it down, but it's going to be an icing as there's no one home on that pass attempt. Face-off's going to come all the way back down to the Bulldog end now with 7 minutes remaining. With no change, we see the line of Lupai, Till, and Mitter on offense stuck on the ice. Shepard and Zink on defense. Puck's one back. Zink now with it. Zink takes it behind the net, high off the glass, and it takes a Bulldog bounce out of the zone. Lupai's the first one to it. She's got Mitter. She gets tripped, throws the shot on net. Easily held on by Stranus as Lupai went crashing into the net after being tripped up. Lupai a little shaken up, slow to get up, as her back went right into that post with a lot of speed. Trying to shake her legs loose after getting tripped. Definitely a hard fall there. Penalty is coming up to, looks like number 21, Nicole Niemi, 2 minutes for tripping. 6:48 remaining here in the second period, and Bulldogs go on another power play. Bulldogs haven't been able to strike on the power play yet. They've scored right after a power play ended, but not during it. We see the line Schroka, Lewicki, and Safargalu up front with Shurab and Lupai up top. As they like to run the umbrella, so they run 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. So I'm talking with the coach here for the Bulldogs with the ref. Gibson now returns to her net, and the puck's ready to be dropped. It's one back to Lupai. Lupai sends it down to Safargalu. Safargalu across to Shurab. Shurab unable to catch it cleanly, otherwise she would have had a good look for a shot from there, but the puck gets cleared all the way down into the Bulldog zone. Gibson's going to stop it and just leave it behind her net for Safargalu to come back and get. Here comes Safargalu breaking out of the zone, sends a pass up to Luichi. Luichi with a lot of speed coming to the neutral zone, tries to make a move into the slot, but gets it poked away. Luichi with a little pass at the Safargalu, up to Lupai. Lupai winds, fires, but it's blocked. That one definitely stung. It's loose, and Schrock is going to put it in. Lupai's initial shot attempt got blocked. She sent a little pass over to Safargalu. Safargalu takes a shot on net. Gets stopped. Couldn't tell if it was by Stranis or a defender, but the rebound sat right out in front. Schrock was able to pitch it up, takes one step over to the side, and beats Stranis as she was down. She tucks it low on the ice right into the net. Bulldogs now strike on the power play and now take a 4-0 lead with 6:10 remaining here in the second period. Ziemba now with the puck, sends it into the zone and chases after it. Ziemba with it on the half wall, sends it down in the corner looking for Diaz. Puck goes by Diaz, and it's now battle for behind the net. Ziemba is going to join the battle as it's now poked out, and here comes Paige Johnson. Pass attempt was broken up by Smith, but now here comes Marian on the 2-on-2. Puck taken into the corner and just thrown towards the net. Goes off a Bulldog skate and is kept in the corner. Another puck just thrown towards the net. Gibson gets a stitch on it, left the rebound out in front. And we're going to see a Bulldog penalty here as Ziemba is getting called for a hold, as we saw Emily Everson take a spill in front of the net. Ziemba not very happy with that call, as she felt like Everson just got tied up in her and then took a spill. Bulldogs with another kill here tonight. They matched their goal scoring total from last night with the 4 goals so far here. Puck gets sent across the crease and into the corner, and Miller's after the puck. Miller sends it up to the point. Lennon walks, no options, sends it down for Schneider. Schneider leaves it off as Bolin and Lennon play a little 2-man game. Puck gets sent wide of the net. Bulldogs trying to break it out. Goes up into the Marian bench and blowed down.
Power play goal, her second of the playoffs and 27th of the season, scored by number 19, Caitlin Shiroka. With an assist to number 23, Lexi Safargalu, and number 9, Sarah Schraub. Shiroka from Safargalu and Schraub at 13:48 of the second period.
Puck goes D to D. Luichi in with pressure. Lupai trying to take that puck away from Paige Johnson. Takes it away from her, but Sarah Beer was able to pick it up. Sarah Beer brings up puck in offside, so it's whistled down. And the face-off is going to come outside the zone. Bulldogs are going to go for a change here, as we see them send out, looks like Till and Mitter out for the penalty kill now as that puck's won to the boards. Shepard gets it and sends it all the way down the ice. Stranis comes out of the net to stop it. She leaves it off for her defender, Deans. Deans getting pressure by Till, steps out from behind the net and sends it over to Beer. Puck sent far side over to Fox. Fox stains the zone, takes it in wide. Forced to take it down behind the net where a battle ensues between her and Sydney Smith. Sydney Smith able to battle her off the puck. Battles 2 Marian players off the puck and then loses it to the third. Puck sent up to the point to Beer. Beer walks the blue line looking for something. Sends it over to Peterson along the half wall. Fox steps out from behind the net. Big save there on a Paige Johnson one-timer by Gibson. The rebound bounces around a little bit and then is knocked down behind the net. Till gets to that puck first and chips it up out of the zone. Beer is forced to retreat all the way to her zone to pick up this puck. Looks like this is about to be the last rush on this power play here. As Mitter ties up her player along the boards, and Fox is the first one to it for the Bulldogs. Fox ties up her player. Now it's held in at the point by Sarnhausen. Sarnhausen sends it D to Safardaloo. Safardaloo steps, winds, fires. Blocker saved by Stranus. Bolin had it and had to leave it back behind for Niemi. Niemi behind her own net. Steps out, sends it over to Bolin. Bolin's pass attempt is broken up by Fox. Fox loops back towards the net. Throws a puck into the slot, gets deflected, goes off a couple bodies, but doesn't find the net. Conier sends it up. Safardaloo is able to knock it down and get possession, sends it up to Dalrymple. Dalrymple takes the puck wide, gains the zone. She's got Krasovsky in the slot. She takes it around behind the net, leaves it off for Krasovsky, who wasn't ready for it, and that puck gets kicked behind the net. Puck in the corner, Dalrymple has it, sends it up to Sarnhausen at the point, who sends it D to Safardaloo. Safardaloo pulled it into her wheelhouse and shot it, but it hits a body and stays wide. Safardaloo with it now in the neutral zone. With speed, gains the zone, throws a shot, goes wide of the net. Fox now with it, rims it around the net herself, and has to chase after it now. Marian's breakout pass broken up by Krasovsky. Krasovsky with a nifty little move there, avoids one defender. Shot attempt goes off a stick and up into the netting. Bulldogs now lead the shots 26-17. 2:26 remaining here in the second as the Bulldogs hold a 4-0 lead. Face-offs coming to Stranus glove hand side as Lupai steps in to take the draw for the Bulldogs. Looks like it should be against Paige Johnson for the Sabres. There's a little bit of confusion here as to who's changing, who's not, as Peterson is the last one off the ice for the Sabres. Johnson gets kicked from the circle. Everson forced to step in. That puck's one back to Sydney Smith. Sydney Smith just sends it down below the goal line. Here's Lewicki with it. Lewicki leaves it off for Mitter. Mitter up to Lupai. Lupai's shot got sticked aside. Lewicki almost able to get that rebound on net, but it goes wide and gets tied up on the back of the Marian net, where the whistle is blown, and now the face-off's going to stay inside. No change for Marian as they were the ones who held on to that puck behind the net. Just never mind. The refs changed their mind, and that face-off's going to come outside the zone. Lupai into a face Paige Johnson. Refs having some words here with Lupai. Lupai gets tied up on the draws. Paige Johnson wins it back. Puck along the walls. Everson brought the puck in, but lost it right at the blue line, and it's offsides against Marian. 1:58 remaining here in the second period, as this face-off is going to be outside of the Bulldog zone, closest to the penalty boxes. Lupai to oppose Peterson in the circle now. It's tied up, poked away, and Lewicki comes away with the puck. Lewicki gains his own, got a lot of speed, made some moves, splits the defenders, goes backhand, forehand, and a huge pad save there by Stranus. As Stranus does a great job of getting her pad to the post and keeping it flush. Lewicki has a lot of speed, a lot of nifty hands. As she was able to split the defense there, slip right through them, and still find space to make a move on Stranus, who made the save. Puck's one back to the point. Shot comes in wide. She's probably looking for a tip. Mitter with the rebound and blocked her away by Stranus. Puck's in the corner now. Puck's loose. Mitter comes away with it, steps in, lifting far side to Lupai, unable to connect. Lupai sends it up to the point, held in by Smith. Smith sends it across to Shepard. Shepard pulled it into her wheelhouse and let one rip, but it goes high and wide. Puck's held in by Lewicki. Lewicki makes a move. Gets around her defender. So now that puck's loose along the half wall and knocked into the slot. Lupai with it now. Sends it over to Lewicki. Lewicki tries to stuff it in short side but misses. Puck's still loose short side. Stranus able to find it in her glove. Tried to cover it, but it was blown down as the puck got poked through her. That puck was out in the slot when the ref blew the whistle and blew the play down. Bulldogs now with 29 shots on the game. The Sabres with 17. 1:03 remaining here in the second period. Diaz steps in to take the draw. Diaz on a second attempt, able to win it back to Safargalu. Safargalu sends it up to Till. Till tries to knock it down to Diaz. Diaz battles for it, tries leaving it back for Till, but gets it poked away. Puck knocked into the neutral zone where Safargalu has it. Safargalu gains the red and throws a backhander into the zone. Puck sent across D to D. The battle for it ensues on the half wall as it comes up to Safargalu. Safargalu with a nifty little move pulls it into her wheelhouse and shoots, but it's deflected and knocked down by a Sabre defender. Zambo with the pressure along the half wall forces the defender to send it around behind the net. Once again, sent over to Beer. Beer sends out to Everson, who throws it all the way across ice onto Allie Fox's stick. Allie Fox steps, takes a shot through the defender's legs, but it goes wide. Battle for it along the half wall. Till trying to take it away. It's like Miller battling for it. We're going to see the second period come to an end here. Bulldogs able to tack on two more, one on a power play, one even strength. Bulldogs now take a 4-0 lead, outshooting their opponents 29-17, and we'll be right back after this intermission. Welcome back to this ACTV broadcast here of the women's Adrian College Bulldogs against the Marian University Sabres. Bulldogs hold a 4-0 lead after 2 periods. Last night they won the game 4-0, so Bulldogs on a good pace here to either match or better that. They lead the shots 29-17. Refs getting everything set. Looks like both goalies are ready. Looking like they're just waiting for the clock to get set here. Bulldogs have come with a lot of pace. Couple penalties there in the second period. Gave Marian a couple opportunities, but unable to put anything in the net as Gibson held strong to the opportunities that she saw. Stranis has held up strong against a lot of the opportunities she's seen too, but it's just been so many, and the Bulldogs are there to pick up rebounds that her defense has been letting her down, resulted in this Bulldog 4-0 lead. Sydney Smith goes D to D. Puck sent up and tipped in by Soroka. Puck's in the corner. Beer's the first one to it. Beer gets tied up there. Puck sent up along the boards. Shepard steps in, sends it down deep into the zone where Soroka is going to be the first one to it in the corner. Soroka sends it down to Sherub. Sherub trying to walk out of the corner. No options. Decides to send it up the boards. Over to Smith. Smith up to Shepard. Shepard with the pass to Lewicki, who threw it in to Soroka, but Stranis able to make the bid save. And it looks like she was able to make a rebound save there on a bid by Sherub. Keeps this game at 4-0. Keeps her team with some sort of a chance to get back in this game, but Marian can strike one early, get one in the middle of the period. They could get some momentum going and maybe claw their way back in this game, but they've got to get something going against this strong Bulldog attack. Lupi in to take the draw. Lupi is able to win it back to Smith. Smith puts it in her wheelhouse and shoots. Lupi with a tip, but it gets deflected wide. Niemi trying to break it out. Has to send it across to Lennon. Lennon looking far side to Bolin, but Shepard's the first one to it. Pass attempt for Lupi gets broken up. Fox is going to be the first one there. She sends it down deep into the zone as Lupi goes after it, and Niemi's the first one to it. Puck down behind the net for Lennon. Lennon steps out from behind the net, throws it up. Safardlu tries to hold it in, but unable to catch it as it's going to come down into the Bulldog zone, and here comes Safardlu through the neutral zone. Gains the red, gains the blue, sends it in deep. Puck gets rimmed around the net and sent back out to the point. Safardlu just unable to hold that one in, as now Sarnhausen has it. Sarnhausen goes D to D to Safardlu, who sends it across to Fox. Fox cuts across the neutral zone, just going to dump it in deep where Straina stops it behind her own net. Krasovsky in with pressure. Now it's in the corner for Schneider, who tries to throw it around. It gets deflected out front to Peterson. Shepard's going to be the first one to that puck that was sent across to the neutral zone. Zink sends it up. Krasovsky tries to make a move, but unable to split the D, and it gets poked away. Krasovsky comes back on the back check, takes it away. Here comes Mitter. Mitter dumps it into the zone, takes a hit up high, takes a spill, loses her glove. Quickly able to get it back as Ziemba's in with pressure now. Here comes Everson. Gains the red, gains the blue, cuts wide, has a lot of speed. Tries to make a cut towards the net, tries to throw it towards the net, but no one from Marian was home to try to knock that one in. Wraparound attempt by Everson, and a rebound attempt as we see Gibson get pushed into the net, and the puck goes in with her, and the ref says that it's a goal. Not sure who pushed Gibson into the net, whether it was a Bulldog herself or a Marian player, but if a Marian player would have pushed it in, it should have been waved off, but as it stands, it's a 4-1 game. Shoka comes across to talk to the ref to ask about her goalie being pushed in and tell her that the coach wants to talk to her. So we're going to get a little bit of a delay here as the Bulldog coach has words with the reffing crew, asking how their goalie could get pushed into the net and how that would count as a goal. But I'll return right after this break. Things get sorted out. The ref explains why the goal stood. And now face-off comes to center ice. Diaz unable to win that one as Paige Johnson won it back to her defender. Now Lennon with it. Lennon skating up, Passes out to Paige Johnson, who sends it across to Fox. Fox gains the zone with some speed. Takes a tumble on her own. Puck sent up. Here's Diaz with it. Diaz sends it up to Dalrymple. Dalrymple brings it in offsides with Farquhar unable to hold herself onside. There's their first goal early in the period for Marian. They're going to try to claw their way back into this little bit by little bit. They got to do it one goal at a time, and they got the first one. Still 3 goals down. The Bulldogs face off outside of the Marian zone. Sroka unable to win it as Miller won it back to her defense. Puck sent up. Doken tried to chip it past Sarnhausen. Sarnhausen was able to take it away as she makes the pass up to Shurup. Shurup loses that puck to Paige Pickard. Doken's going to send it in deep, and Zink's going to go back and get it. Here comes pressure by Pickard. Zink escapes that, makes a long stretch pass up to Shurup. Shurup gains the zone. She's got Lewicki far side. She throws a high pass looking for a deflection off Lewicki into the net. Lewicki gets a piece of it, but it goes wide. High shot there by Sarnhausen. Gets knocked down by a high stick, but the first touch was by Marian, so high stick waved off. Another high shot there by Sarnhausen. That one was going up over the net, but it was gloved down by Marian and cleared out of the zone. Pass now up to Lewicki. Lewicki takes it wide with speed, takes it around behind the net. Looping, it's thrown into the slot. Shurup with the chance, but it's blocked by Stranus. Here comes Beer with the puck. Beer through the neutral zone, gains the red, cuts across into the middle. Tries to make a move into the slot, but gets it poked away by Shepard. Shurup now with it, loses it, but it's to Sydney Smith. Schroeder with it, chips it into the neutral zone. Goes across, now Till with it. Till gains the red, gains the blue, walks into the zone, takes it behind the net. Puts behind. Mitter with it, tries to throw it out into the slot to Lupai. Battle ensued right there as both players took a spill and no penalties are going to be called. Puck goes around. Sydney Smith just beats Lennon to that puck. Tries to chip it out. Niemi was able to hold that one in. Smith gets it back and sends it up to Till. Till throws a soft pass up to Lupai. Lupai gets it in the zone. Takes a long shot. Gets stitched down by Mitter. Mitter trying to go for the wraparound attempt. Puck's loose in front of the net. Mitter's laying down in front of the net as we've got a delayed penalty coming up against Marian. Puck sent up to the point. Safardalou takes the long shot. Goes wide. Schroeder now with it. Odd angle shot. Goes off the side of the net. And Marian's going to be the first one to get a touch on it. And it's blown down. The ref is calling the penalty for a body check. It's not allowed in women's hockey against Emily Everson. She's going to sit for 2 minutes. 14:55 remaining here in the period as the Bulldogs go on the power play. The Bulldogs were able to strike on their last power play, which extended the lead to 4-0 at the time and what has now become a 4-1 lead. Schroeder steps in to take the draw. It's tied up and one back to the corner. Clearing attempt, knocked down by Lupai and sent down to Shurup. Safardalou with it, up to Lupai. Lupai sends it over to Shurup. Shurup back to Lupai. Lupai over to Safardalou. Safardalou steps in, winds, fires, but it's blocked. Safardalou back with the puck now, sends it across to Shurup. Shurup with the one time, but it goes wide. Safardalou with it at the blue line, sends it down to Lewicki. Lewicki far side to Lupai. Lupai up to Safardalou. Back to Lupai. One-timer goes off the side of the net, up into the glass and wide. Shurup now with it up at the blue line, loops back in. Loops at the half wall, tries to send it up to Lupai. Gets initially deflected, but does eventually get to Lupai. Across to Safardalou. Safardalou winds, fires, but it's blocked by Deans. Deans is feeling that one. She's slow to get up, very slow to get up as she's hurting right in the slot. Safardalou sends that puck down to Lewicki. Lewicki, odd angle shot, goes high and wide. Shurup, who just had to go chase her stick, keeps that puck in the zone. Dean's able to get herself to the bench for a change as she's definitely hurting with that shot she took off the foot. Puck shot by Lewicki sneaks into the goal. Shurup does a great job of keeping that puck in the zone at the blue line. Puck gets brought down below the goal line, pass out to Lewicki in the slot. Lewicki throws a little bit of a muffin on net, but it's able to find a hole somewhere in Stranus as that one trickles into the net. It's a Bulldog power play goal. as they now take a 5-1 lead with 13:40 remaining in the period. Puck's one back to Lennon. Lennon now loops back and sends it D to Niemi. Niemi was trying to look for Miller, but it was broken up, and now Zink has it in her own zone and sent across to Shepard. Shepard loops in front of the net, sends a long pass. Krasovsky, looking back for the pass, runs in to Niemi, who is bracing herself for that collision, and Krasovsky takes the worst of it. Zink breaking it out of the zone, makes a couple moves to avoid forecheckers, and gets it all the way down into the Marian end. Dalrymple in with pressure. Zink able to hold that puck in along the wall. Steps along the half wall, sends it up to Shepard. Shepard with a nice little one-time snapshot. Hits a couple sticks, but never gets on net. Puck battled for along the half wall. We see a delayed penalty come up here. Looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs for a hook. It's being called against Olivia Fox. 2 minutes for hooking at the 12:46 mark here in the third period. Bulldogs hold a 5-1 lead, out shooting Marian 33-19. Faceoff is going to come down to the blocker side of Gibson as Johnson steps in against Lupine and is able to win it back to Conier. Conier sends it D to Beer. Beer walking along the blue line, takes a shot, but it's blocked by Lupai. Cindy Smith with the pass, looking for Lupai. Little off its mark, but Lupai's still with it. She's got Mitter with the help. Lupai tries to make the move in front of the net, but it's poked away by Stranis. Great job by Stranis. She was beat by that move. If Lupai would have been able to complete it, now we've got a delayed penalty against the Bulldogs as Marian's got possession in the zone. They should just let the Bulldogs get possession here so that they could go on a 5-on-3. But trying to make something happen here, 6-on-4. Bulldogs able to get the touch with Safardlu, who touched up the puck. Penalty's going to be against Brooke Lupai. 2 minutes for a slash. She's got some words with the ref, as she does not agree with that call. When she was harassing that player on the back check, she was taking some wax at her and gets called. Bulldogs are going to face a 5-on-3 penalty kill here with a minute 19 left in the penalty of the Fox and the fresh 2-minute penalty to Lupai. We're going to see a timeout here called by Marian as they're trying to game plan to get back into this, and we'll be right back after this timeout. As we return from this timeout, there's 12:05 remaining in the third period. Bulldogs just took a penalty. Brooke Lupai got called 2 minutes for slashing. It's going to put the Bulldogs on a 5-on-3 penalty kill here as a minute 19 remains in the penalty of the Fox. Schroeder is able to win it back to the boards. Smith turns and fires and sends it all the way down the ice. Stranis stops it and leaves it off for Lennon. Lennon's got it behind her net as here she comes with the breakout. She starts to skate it out. Bulldogs not bringing any pressures. They're now killing 5-on-3. Beer gains the zone and pulls up at the blue line. Sends it across to Lennon. Lennon walks, sends it down, gets it back. Across to Beer. Beer looking, sends it down low, but it's broken up. Chipped into the slot, but Bulldogs able to take it away, and Schroeder is going to clear it all the way down the ice. Stranis once again stops it and leaves it off for Lennon. Lennon breaks it out. She's got Niemi with her. Sends it up to Schneider. Schneider with speed through the neutral zone. Tries to chip it by Smith. Smith was able to knock it down. Krasovsky's going to rim it around behind her own net, but it's not enough to get out of the zone. Bulldogs still killing 5-on-3 here. Sent across to Niemi. Niemi sends it across to Deans. Deans. Sends it across to Miller, who took a one-timer, but it goes wide, blocker side. Pass attempt there. Looking for Deans. Misses the target and goes all the way down the ice with 5 seconds remaining on this kill for Fox. Bulldogs are about to get it back to a 5-on-4 kill with 40 seconds remaining in the penalty to Lupi. Deans brings it up the ice. Sends it over for Schneider. Schneider gains the zone and drops it off. It's left off. Shot there by Everson. Easily able to get patted away by Gibson. Everson walks out from along the wall, cuts into the slot, looking for a shooting option. Shoots high, blocker side, but it goes wide. Pass attempt. Looked like she was looking for Conier there, missed its target, and it's going to come all the way back down the ice. Niemi tries to make a pass to Everson, but it goes off Fox's skate and into the corner. Fox on the back check, bringing some pressure on Everson. Forces a turnover, as now Fox has it deep in the zone. Takes an odd angle shot. It's held on to by Stranis, and the faceoff is going to come down to Stranis' blocker hand side. We have now crossed the halfway mark of the third period as there's 9:59 remaining. Bulldogs leading the shot category 33-20. As now Lewicki steps in to take the draw. Lewicki wins it to the boards. Shurab leaves it off for Lewicki, who sends it up to Safarglu. Puck sent back down to Lewicki. Lewicki has it in the corner. Nice little escape move there. Trying to make something happen. Puck still in the corner. As now it's knocked down behind the net to Beer. Beer steps out from behind her net. She's got some speed as she gains the neutral zone. Gains the red. Lewicki rubs her off the puck. Beer tries to chip it in deep, but right into Sarnhausen's midsection. Sarnhausen's pass was broken up there by Pitchard right in the slot. Shot knocked down by Gibson and knocked away to the corner. Shurab's able to take the puck away. It sends it over to Sarnhausen. Sarnhausen sends it up along the wall looking for Till. Unable to connect as Marian's going to send it back into the Bulldog zone. Safarglu with a high clearing attempt. It's knocked down, but it's offsides for Marian. So that face-off's going to remain in the neutral zone. Looks like it's going to be on the side closer to the penalty boxes here and closer to us up here in the booth. Diaz steps in to take the draw, and on a second, third attempt is able to whack it back to Smith. Smith with a nice little escape move there. Sends it up out of her own zone. Smith now back with it. Sends it across for Shepard. Shepard looking for an option. Is just going to pass it off to Smith. Smith will send it out the boards looking for Farquhar, but it's unable to connect. Here comes Dokin. Dokin gains the zone with speed, takes it wide. Looking to throw it towards the slot, but whiffed. Lannon's able to hold it in. Dokin sends it across. No one home for Marian as the Bulldogs try to clear it out, but it's held in. It was Niemi who held it in. Now the puck's behind the net. Sydney Smith sends it around. Farquhar's going to be the first one to it. She tries to clear the zone, but gets it poked away by Everson. Now it's out. It's a pass. It's Mitter with it. Mitter's going to send it down deep. Estranis comes out of the net to stop it. Deans now trying to pick up some speed, sends it across to Everson. Everson gains the red, gains the blue, steps wide. Looking to take the shot. Steps into the slot. Shoots, goes off a stick, goes off a defender and knocked down, and here comes Fox. Fox gains the neutral zone, gains the red, gains the blue. Tries to chip it past her player and does. First one to it. She takes it around behind the net, sends it up to Sarnhausen at the point. Sarnhausen walks the blue line, sends it across to Zink. Zink just going to dump it down for Krasovsky. Krasovsky battles for it in the corner and loses it. As now it's sent over to Conier. Conier sends it across to Everson. Everson gains the red. Takes a shot. A little bit of a lazy shot there, but Zink's able to knock it down and break it out. Krasovsky now gains the Marian zone. And takes it behind the net, tries to loop out. Thought she had a second to look for that wraparound, but it was poked off her stick. Beer sends it up to Peterson. Peterson coming through the neutral zone, getting harassed by Ziemba. Puck battled for by Safarglu, and Zimba wats away from it. Looking far side the till, unable to connect. That puck's not going to be an icing, as London was able to get to it before it crossed the goal line. Pitcher tried sending that pass cross ice, but it gets deflected. Now Diaz takes it into the zone, takes a shot, gets deflected, goes high up over the net. Till now with it, trying to chip it back down into the corner, but a battle ensues along the half wall. Diaz now trying to get it deep. Same battle continues along the half wall. Now Till with it. Till walks into the slot, leaves it over for Zink. Zink fires high and wide. Diaz with it now in the corner. Loses the puck to Doten. Till's able to poke it away. Puck attempted clearing is held in by Smith and just dumped down deep. Till is going to race Niemi to it. Niemi was the first one to it. It's going to go D to D to Lennon. As now here comes Doten. Doten sends it across the ice. Luigi able to poke it away and knock it into the Marian zone. Puck was loose for a second there. Now Marian gets possession. It's Haley Miller now. Trying to skate it out of her own zone. Lutes back as Schroeder was bringing the pressure. Pass attempt sent over for Niemi, but wasn't on target. Shurub's able to keep it in. Schroeder now with it behind the net. Steps out. As it's poked back behind the net, Schroeder keeps possession. Shurub trying to battle away from Miller. Unable to. As now Tonier sends it up to Milik. Milik sends it in on net. Easily able to be handled by Gibson as now the puck's in the corner. Sent high off the glass. Luigi unable to get a piece of it to get it out of the zone. Luigi now in the corner sends it D to D to Shepard. Stick gets caught up in Schroeder's skate as she goes for a change there. Now Deans has it, enters the zone, takes a shot. Gibson does a good job of taking it away down low and makes the save. Johnson was able to get that rebound in the slot, threw another shot, which Gibson was able to knock away. Got a penalty coming up here against Marian. As we saw Lupi get taken down once again. It's going to be a trip. This one's to number 23, Sheila Blower. 2 minutes for tripping. 4:52 remaining here in the third period. Your Bulldogs hold a 5-1 lead. They're going to look to just hold possession here for these 2 minutes and keep running out the clock. As with a 5-1 lead, they have no need to add on more. They just need to keep Marian out of their end. Schroeder wins it back to Lupi. Lupi over to Shurub. Sent back to Lupi. Lupi now with it. Sends it down to Safardlu. Safardlu walks. Still nothing. Decides to keep possession. Takes it along the wall and ties it up. Miller's able to chip it out of the zone as Luigi's going to be the first one back to it. Luigi sends it D to D to Shurub. Shurub walks out from behind the net. Picks up some speed. Sends it far side to Luigi. Luigi gets a tip on it and sends it into the Marian zone. Tronier tries to clear it out. Safardlu almost able to hold that one in, but was not able to, and Lupi brings that puck into the zone before Luigi was able to get out of the zone, and it's offsides. 4:16 remaining here in the third period, 1:25 remaining in the Bulldog power play. As the face-off is in the neutral zone, closest to the penalty box is right outside the Marian zone. Schroeder gets tossed from the circle because of late changes. Luigi steps in and unable to win it. As Niemi sends it down into the Bulldog zone, Lupi is going to be the first one back to that puck. Lupi leaves it off for Smith. Smith comes out from behind her net, makes a pass off to Luigi. Luigi gets it poked away by Peterson, who sends it all the way down deep, where Gibson's going to stop it behind the net. Smith now with the puck. Skates out from behind the net, makes a pass over to Lupi. Lupi with a lot of speed, gains the red and dumps it down deep and chases after it herself. She's going to be the first one to that puck as she gets rubbed off along the boards. Was able to come back to it and poke it over to Schroeder. Schroeder steps out looking for an option, takes an odd angle shot, but it doesn't get through. Lupi is able to hold it in along the blue line. Sends it across looking for Smith, but it goes off the skate and up and out of the zone. Smith brings it back for a regroup, sends it cross ice to Zink. Zink steps into the zone, has possession, now cuts across the blue line. Krasovsky with possession, takes it behind the net, loops around the net. Sends it up to Smith. Smith winds, fires a pass down to Krasovsky, who's going to dump it back down for Dalrymple. Dalrymple in the corner, passes it up to Smith. Smith across to Zink. Zink takes a shot, but it's deflected, goes high and into the corner where Shepard has it. Shepard sends it up to Zink. Zink walks in, takes a shot. Sabres are back to full strength here as now Shepard has it in the corner. Tries to throw it in the slot. Dalrymple has it, takes a shot, gets deflected wide. Puck's loose in the corner Bulldogs come away with it. Pass in the front for Shepard. Shepard's one-time attempt goes just wide, glove side. Battle for it ensues in the corner as it's sent up to Smith. Smith takes a shot. Dalrymple tries to get a deflection on it and sneak it short side, but unable to as it went wide. Pass up to Shepard. Comes out of the zone. It's going to be offsides. Marian just knocks it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Now it's sent D to D over to Smith. Smith was looking for the stretch pass but was unable to connect as here comes Everson. Everson into the zone, takes a shot, goes high up over the net. Mitter able to poke the puck out of the zone. Little tongue twister there. Shot on net, not decided by Gibson. Mitter goes after the puck. Able to get possession of it along the half wall. Is able to just chip it out of the zone. And here comes Trasovsky. Trasovsky into the zone. Tries to make a move, but gets it poked away. Fox now with it in the slot. Walks, takes a shot, but it's poked away. Fox with possession again. Trying to create some space to get a shot. Has to send it up to her defenseman. Puck back down the Fox along the half wall. Fox leaves it off for Safargalu. Safargalu sends it down, but it's collected by Peterson. Peterson leaves her zone, gains the red, dumps it down into the Bulldog zone. Safargalu chips it to the half wall, but it's knocked back down to the corner. We've got 1 minute remaining here in the third period of hockey.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Fox now with it, skates around her own net, comes out. Diaz sends that one across the Fox. As now Ciro takes it behind her own net. Diaz was there to meet her, but she had left it off for Beer. Sent across. Here's Everson now with it. Everson gaining the zone, takes it wide, takes a bad angle shot, goes wide glove side. Till's now the first one to it, is able to just chip it out of the zone. Diaz gets to it, tips it around her defender, gains the zone, passes it off to Zink. Zink just unable to put that one in the net, glove hand side, as it went wide. Shepard just gets possession, dumps it down deep. Diaz with it, looks for Zink at the point, but no one was there. It's going to go all the way down in the Bulldog zone. 10 seconds remaining here. Zink has it behind the net. Sends it up to Farquhar at the blue line. Farquhar loses the puck. Shepard has it now. Shepard's just going to take it in the corner and run out the clock. As this game comes to an end, and the Bulldogs won both games by a margin of 4 goals. Last night's game, a win of a score of 4-0. Tonight's 5-1. As they tacked on one more here in the third period. They let off the gas a little bit there late, knowing that they just had to protect the lead. They end up out shooting Marian 33-26. Gibson gets the win, and with that, the Bulldogs advance to the finals next weekend. Marian eliminated after back-to-back losses. This is Drake Cagle along with Laura Sherb. We appreciate you tuning in to this ACTV broadcast of the women's Slaats Cup semifinal matchup between the Bulldogs and the Marian Sabres. Tune in next weekend as we host both the men's and the women's finals games. And thank you all for joining us. Have a great night.